It's System Test 28. I have another new setup for you in this video. There are both of my Simplex fire alarm panels, the 4004 and 4005, on my second fire alarm demo board. I have a Faraday F1 GT Chevron style pole station. This is an ESL 5050, which is rebranded by ADT, and then a Silent Night addressable pole station that's dual action, but I've taken out the addressable module, and I never can remember the model number on these. Firelight BG10, this is the original BG10 with the hex key lock, and I actually got this one out of a building. And then this is an RSG T-Bar, rebranded by Grinnell, also coming out of the same building as the BG10. Both of these were in a warehouse that was being remodeled, and I was able to take these devices before they were thrown out, which is pretty cool. Here is a Faraday single gang strobe light. I think it's fixed 15 candela, and I'm not sure of the model number. It also has this cool little magnification bubble on the strobe. Beside of it is a Cerberus Pyrotronics MTL multi-tone horn strobe. I honestly don't remember what tone I have it set to, and I don't remember what the 4004 is coding it. So, oops. It has a fixed 110 candela strobe. And actually, you might notice that both of these strobes look pretty much identical. The reason for that is Cerberus Pyrotronics essentially rebrand the entire catalog of Faraday's products, notification appliances specifically, in the late 80s and 1990s, so they almost just sold the same stuff. Here's a very weird device. This is an Amsico horn strobe. It's odd, probably one of the weirdest looking devices in my collection. It's a variant of those Selectastrobe models I'm sure you've seen before, and I guess it's like a low profile version. I have no idea, but it's annoying because it takes a proprietary electrical box. You can see it doesn't fit on this one, and it's just a clunky and odd design, to be honest. It can only do a smoke alarm tone on continuous, so that's what it's doing here. And it has a fixed 1575 candela strobe. Beside of it is a Wheelock AS horn strobe that is coding itself to code 3. It also has a fixed 75 candela strobe. I've always liked the Wheelock AS series. It's a very classic alarm to me. For detectors, I have a Chemtronics fixed temperature rate of rise heat detector. Here is an ESL photoelectric smoke detector, and then a System Sensor 1400 ionization smoke detector. Here's also something cool. This is a very old smoke detector. It's actually an early version of what would become the System Sensor 1400. This is a BRK 1800 series. It's got a similar design to this, as you can tell. And it's an ionization smoke detector, and kind of a little history lesson. BRK actually founded System Sensor. BRK is a very popular smoke alarm brand. I'm sure you've probably heard of them too. And sometime in the 80s, mid-80s, like 1984, I think, they started System Sensor, which was their commercial smoke detector line. BRK was their smoke alarms. System Sensor was the commercial smoke detectors. So this was one of the first commercial detectors they made. There's no reference to System Sensor on this detector. It's just branded as BRK, but System Sensor actually produced it. So anyways, that's the setup. Pretty cool. Let's actually activate this detector with some of my Smoke Saber. And here we go. And when I activate this, it will set off both of these alarms on this panel. So it looks like I have this set to the horn tone, and the panel is set to, I guess it's pulse or slow march time. You can see alarm in zone 3. And we have selective silence, with, well, it's actually not selective because this is a 4-wire horn strobe, but it's pretty much just audible silence. Both strobes continue to flash while the system is in alarm. So that's that. Let's move on to the 4005 system. And actually, let's activate the 1400 since we just activated its, I guess you wouldn't consider that its grandfather. I don't know, father, relative, whatever, prototype. I don't know. I was trying to be creative with that. This thing is so annoying. I hope you could hear the AS, but yeah, this is like a high-pitched screech essentially. And there is audible silence with the thing here. I just had a brain fart, I'm sorry. This is 2-wire, so no silence with the strobe. And yeah, I can show you here, ceiling left smoke detector, which is that. And let's re-alarm with this Silent Night pulse station. Silence once again. What is the model of this? I do this every time I use this pulse station. SD500PS, that's right. Here I am acting like I know the model. We will go ahead and reset this pulse station. If I can get my key. Get my key here. And reset. Still blinking away. Hopefully we can reset the detectors by now. But I guess we'll find out what happens. Might go right back into alarm. Okay, that's resetting. And to this panel where we reset. And both of these panels take a little bit to fully, completely reset, that is. So I'll be back in just a moment. Both systems back to normal. So let's do it again. Okay, I don't know why that makes me acknowledge it a bunch of times. It's kind of weird. And here's the 4004. We did this smoke detector. Let's pull this pulse station. Back to silence. I'm going to go ahead and reset this thing. This is very similar to a Simplex T-Bar. The way it kind of looks, the way it operates and resets, kind of suspicious, I guess. A lot of people have always said ESL kind of took their idea from Simplex, which I could believe. You know, the design of it doesn't look similar, but how you pull it, how you reset it, all that stuff is very similar. So let's see, is there anything else I should do? Might as well do another detector. Alarm silenced, ceiling middle detector, and middle manual pulse station, which is the BG10. Time to reset. And this will take a while because it's you got to unscrew it all the way. It's a very annoying reset. Takes forever. I've seen some people use drills for it, like electric drills, you know, but it's also a good way to crack the plastic when you're tightening it down, because these things were notorious for, as this warning label says, excessive tightening of Allen head screw to back housing frame resulting in a, oh, I just skipped a line. Basically, it's just said if you tighten this too much, you'll crack the plastic and break the pulse station. So Tightening it back. Yeah. Good enough. All right, reset. Nope, I'm nervous that's going to go off. How about we wait on that? I have an idea. Let's change the coding on this system to something different. It's actually 20 beats per minute march time is what it was set to. And I'm going to change that, to something different. And let's see, I think we're good. There we go. What could I have set it to? Well, we will find out in a moment. Reset. This has a very loud strobe on it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like very whiny sounding. So for kind of the finale of this test, I'm going to link both systems together with a little link switch. So one system goes off, it sets off the other one. And as you know, we changed the coding on this system to a mystery. So let's activate both systems. I've changed this to march time. March time was the coding option on that. And let's re-alarm with the Grinnell T-bar. Everything is silenced. This thing's really hard to pull. I guess probably because it's been in a building for, I don't know, 15 years. Really don't know how old this pull station is. Maybe 20 years. It just seems really old. I don't know. Reset this with my very long hex key, which I still don't know where this came from. And I'm gonna unlink the panels just because it's easier to reset the control panels without one going off again. And open up this panel to get, yet again, another hex key. Of course, this pull station, that pull station, and this one all take a different hex key, which is a little annoying in my particular circumstance. Reset that. You can see the RSG sticker. I don't think there's a date on there. I don't see anything. Let me know in the comments if you know how old these pull stations are. Again, I don't know specifically this one how old it is, but I'd be kind of curious to know. I know they had some older first generation ones that are super rare. But yeah, so that's it. That's System Test 28. Thanks for watching, as always. And yeah, cool panels. These are fun. This is actually the second test I've done with these simplex panels and my, I guess, still new fire alarm demo board too. I used to have an old system with EST panels, but I changed that up recently. So yeah, that's it. Tell me in the comment section what was your favorite alarm, or if you had a question or a comment you wanted to add. And that's all. Check out some of the other fire alarm videos I have. If you like this one, I'm sure you'll like the other ones I got. And that's it. See you around.